Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a flip through of my latest complete junk journal. I've made this one myself for the annual Junk Journal July challenge that is hosted by talented creator Meg from Meg Journals. Make sure to check her YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. And now let's begin. First of all, I've printed a list of the prompts for this challenge and glued it to the back of the cover to keep the track of them. For the first prompt, which was Spark, I went with this simple collage and added a shiny die cut that one of my pen pals sent me a while ago. I also added a fun quote sticker from Tim Holtz. It has a word sparkle on it, so I decided it's a nice fit here. The second prompt was postcards, so I picked one of the postcards I've had in my stash, trimmed it a little bit, and put a collage on the back of it with lots of postal stamp stickers and some ephemera. Then I attached the postcard to the journal using a transparent sticky tape. For the fold prompt on the third day, I simply stuck 3 printouts with washi tape, added some papers and stickers to the page, and was done. Also, do you recognize the text of the song I wrote on the back of these printouts? Let me know in the comments down below. Fourth day and the prompt labels was a little bit challenging for me. I ended up making 2 watercolor paper die cuts and painting them with my watercolor paints. They turned out very bright, but I'm still kinda happy with the result. Lettering was the 5th prompt, and I decided to go with the quote, "The summer is the same, we are the ones who are changing." I also did some stickers and stuff and dry painted the page with gold acrylics. The next prompt was wildlife, and I cut out this cute picture from an old vintage postcard I once bought from a flea market seller. And I really like the result, though it's very simple. For the window prompt, I made a window die cut, added some more details to the page, and called it a day. The next prompt was another challenging one, and I didn't have anything that I associated with the word observe except for a small stamp with a magnifying glass, so I made a collage and added that stamp. Scraps was definitely one of my favorite prompts of this challenge because I have lots of paper scraps from my crafting, and it was so cool to use some of them for this page. I will definitely make more collages like this in the future. As for the next prompt, I'm actually not that happy about the result. I was very uninspired that day and my collage really shows that. But that's okay because we don't have to make masterpieces each time we craft. Eleventh day was very simple for me. I decorated this page with some prints and stickers, added some stamping, and that was it. For the next day, I used a small craft paper pocket I've had from a dessert I've bought at the coffee shop. I glued it to the page and added some ephemera and corresponding stickers. It looks simple, but I'm fine with that. Another day, another challenging prompt. I didn't have anything light related in my stationery stash, so I made this lamp that I got. Now I think I could go with light colors or something light in general, but at that time I was stuck with the idea that I have to use an item that is related to light in some way. I also dry painted the page with white acrylic paint here. Again, not my favorite page, but that's totally fine. I made this next page when we were in the middle of a heat wave, and all I could think about was how I wanted the fall to come. So I put this photo that represents a perfect fall weather to me. For the 15th day, we had the prompt homemade, and I had to be creative with it. So I made a collage and added a small piece of my handmade homemade paper because I was out of any other ideas. And I also added some stickers with a jam jar and a cup of tea to add more of that homemade vibe to this page. The petal prompt wasn't challenging at all. I had a dried part of some plant, I believe it was basil, so I simply glued it to the page, added some floral stickers, half beads, and was pretty satisfied with the result. For the next prompt, which was aged, I used some old paper scraps since that's something I associate with the word, and also cut out and glued some logos from the pocket one of my pen pals sent me back then. Those looked aged and vintage too, so I decided to include them as well. The free prompt was something I had to think on a lot. I wasn't sure if I should only use the stuff I got for free or I am free to do anything on that page, so I kinda did both. So most of the elements here I got for free, like from my pen pals or I made them myself. And the theme of the collage is, well, it doesn't have any theme really, and I like it. These next two pages are probably one of my favorites from this journal, which is kinda obvious since you've seen them on the preview picture for this video. So the first prompt here is a tag, and for this page I've made a tag out of watercolor paper, painted it and decorated with stickers and prints and stuff. It's actually very busy and has many layers. I added two ribbons to the tag, which is something I'm very into as of lately. I like how it looks, and then I just glued everything to the page. For the picture prompt, I used a photo sticker that I've had for a long time, and I've paired it with some frame cutout and a collage. I also added some gold leaf and a piece of paper with golden foil embossing, so everything here looks cohesive. I'm also very curious to know what is your favorite page from this journal, so I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. 21st day and prompt colors got me off guards. I really don't know why I didn't just make a colorful collage, but it is what it is. I made this layout with my handmade die cuts and it looks a little juvenile, but as I've said before, it's fine. For the next prompt, I made my usual neutral colors collage, and the main element of it is this angel sculpture sticker. I think it goes well with the theme. I'm I'm almost sure that I didn't get this next prompt right, though I really like the end result. So the prompt was tip in, and I don't think I understand it honestly, but I added a glossine paper page here so it kind of covers the previous page, and then I stamped it with different silicone and rubber stamps that I have. It looks nice, but again, I think I didn't get the idea right. Do you participate in Junk Journal July or maybe any other creative challenges? I'd love to hear about that. And for my next prompt, I wasn't in the mood to make lots of layering and creating something complicated, so I made this simple collage with the flowers I previously cut out and some scrapbooking paper. The tea-dyed prompt was also one of my favorites, and I really like the collage on this page. It has a little bit of everything and an empty tea bag. I've seen this idea before and wanted to recreate it in my own journal. As for the shade prompt, at first I was a little confused of what should I do, but then I decided not to overthink it and just go with a simple solution. So I grabbed some blue scraps and stickers and made this. And I really love the jellyfish sticker here. Next prompt was poetic, and I don't have any old books with poems or poetry, so I went with this dictionary kind of ephemera and a simple collage. 28th prompt was all about the buttons, but since it was almost the end of the challenge, I was getting a little tired, and that's why I end up with such a simple layout here. So I used some fabric, my handmade die cut, and some paper scraps. Oh, and the button, of course. Next prompt was contrast, and here we have another simple collage with some flower cutouts, window die cut, and scrapbooking paper. I like how it looks, and it only took me a few minutes to make, so I'm twice as happy with it. I also glued some fake rhinestones because at this point I didn't have to worry that my journal would get too chunky and it would be uncomfortable for me to use it. My next prompt was shine, and I didn't want to fully cover the background here. It is quite busy, so I only added some shiny elements to not make everything look like a mess. I think it looks nice this way. And finally, the last prompt, which was celebrate. As you can see, the collage here is extremely simple. I only put some stickers here, and it still looks cute and festive to me. And here is another collage, just because I didn't want to leave a blank space here. And that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, feel free to give it a thumbs up, comment if you'd like to see more journaling videos, and subscribe to my channel if this is a type of content you'd like to see more. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Have a wonderful day and stay creative.